Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Medical Minion. This is the part 2 video on homeostasis where I'm going to talk about the definition, scientific history and many other things. So let's get started. Homeostasis is a word made up of two different words. First is homeo and another is stasis. Homeo meaning same or similar, whereas stasis meaning stable or constant. These two words makes homeostasis. The proper definition after combining homeo plus stasis is maintenance of nearly constant internal environment of the body is called as homeostasis, and this is the definition of the word. Now let's talk about the scientific contribution, that is history of homeostasis. The first scientist in the contribution for homeostasis was Claude Bernard. He was a French physiologist. In 19th century, he used to call milieu interieur as the internal environment of the body. The second physiologist is Walter B. Cannon. He was an American physiologist as well as a professor in Harvard. His work was of duration 1929. He coined the term homeostasis to describe maintenance of the internal environment of the body. I would like to share a trick to remember the name of physiologist, as they are hard to remember and as well as ask in exam. So the sentence is HD Canon. Here I am talking about the HD quality images offered by Canon cameras. Canon represent the name of scientist. The spelling is different, but you can remember it as it is a trick. So H represent homeostasis, D represent the describable word as it described maintenance of nearly constant temperature as homeostasis, and Canon is Walter B. Cannon. This trick is somewhat relatable, just we have the difference of N later. So whenever I'm talking about homeostasis, I'm referring internal environment. So exactly what is the internal environment of the body? The internal environment is the ECF, that is extracellular fluid. I've talked about ECF in previous videos, so you can check it out to clear your ideas. So ECF is basically a fluid that surrounds the cell, meaning your cells literally live in the ECF. ECF is circulated throughout the body in two stages. The first stage is movement of blood through the body in blood vessel, and the second stage is the fluid between the intercellular spaces and the blood capillaries. Continual exchange of extracellular fluid occurs between the plasma portion and the intercellular fluid as it passes through the blood capillaries. It is shown by the arrows. Thus, ECF is present everywhere in the body. Both plasma and interstitial fluid continuously mix and maintain the homogeneity of ECF. Extracellular fluid ECF contains ions, nutrients, and all other substances that are necessary for a cell to survive and hence keeping your whole body alive. For keeping the body healthy, the constituent of ECF, that is the internal environment, is normally regulated within the range of value rather than a fixed value. If the constituent lie between the set limits or physiological value, it maintains a proper homeostasis and thus keeps your body healthy and alive. Constituents of ECF are maintained within a range of value called as set limits or physiological limits. For example, we will take blood hydrogen ion. The concentration of H ion is less than 5 nanomoles per liter. This is very small value. But we know pH is negative log of hydrogen ion. The more hydrogen ion, the pH is less. Less hydrogen ion, pH is more. So the pH of blood is maintained within the range of value 7.3 to 7.45. Ideally, pH of blood is maintained close to 7.40. If the pH of blood gets too low, a condition called as acidosis, this can be very serious because many of the chemical reactions that occurs in the body, especially those involving protein, are pH dependent. If pH of blood increases above 7.8, this condition is known as alkalosis. And fortunately, we have buffer in the blood to protect against large changes in the pH. Death may occur in severe cases. Essentially, all organs and tissue of body perform functions that help maintaining this relatively constant condition. For instance, the lung provides oxygen to the ECF to replenish the O2 used by the cell. The kidney maintains constant ionic concentration, and the gastrointestinal system provides nutrients. What is disease? Actually, disease is disrupted homeostasis. However, in presence of disease, homeostatic mechanisms continue to operate and maintain vital function through multiple compensation. In some cases, this compensation may themselves lead to major deviation of body's function from normal range, making it difficult to distinguish the primary cause of the disease from the compensatory response. A new field of physiology arises where disease comes under pathology, and combining pathology with physiology, it becomes pathophysiology. So this was all for homeostasis part 2 video. Do follow me on Instagram at @medicalminion. Like, comment and share. Thank you for watching.